What up, guys? So listen, today we want to make a video. If you watch us moving into our apartment, us moving out, and then us saying, you know, what we experience and what you must know when you're moving into an apartment, we think that we should have made this video first.
Yeah.
And this video is what you must understand and what you must do before you move out, okay?
Yeah.
Now, number one thing that I believe that a lot of people and a lot of couples must understand that you must do before moving out is understanding on how to kill your ego in a relationship, right?
So, guys, I'm just trying to get comfortable.
Yeah, work, because this couch is like, it sinks in and we're like sinking in as we go.
Yeah, because we got like a couch that pulls out with the bed for people to come over, and nobody be trying to come over, so I'm just throwing that out there, just saying.
So, yeah, family members that we got it for. So, yeah, basically, a lot of relationships have a lot of, like, especially, gotta be real, a lot of men have these ego problems. You're gonna have to learn how to kill the ego, because when you go from living in the parents' house, or you go from like seeing each other, visiting each other, and to living with each other, if you don't learn how to kill the ego, you can't go to sleep mad at each other, or you can't have revenge against each other. You can't just walk out the house and leave your girl in the house, or you as a woman, you can't just leave the guy in the house. You can, but I don't think it's very, I don't think it's appropriate to do that. So if you can't even stand each other and working little problems out when you visit this person once or twice a week, or living with their parents, then you have a long way to go before thinking about moving out with this person. You must learn how to kill the ego and learn how to work with that person. It's a team, right? So me and her are never gonna agree on things, ever, as far as in this house, right? We have a lot of problems. Like, she thinks the house needs to be clean 24/7. I think if a dish needs to be used and I gotta leave, you can leave the dish in there for right now.
Thumbs up if you think the house gotta be clean 24/7.
Right, but it's very, but from my perspective, I love a clean house 24/7. That would be nice. But what it's like, I feel like it's unrealistic. I feel like I'm living in like a prop house or something like that, where I can't have fun and use things and like use it without having to fix it after, like making it look perfect. That's just how I look at things. I told you guys, we don't agree on everything, all right? But I have to work with that.
We compromise with each other. So like, there's days where I'm like, okay, fine, like the dishes are dirty. He's like, I don't know, like sometimes I want to put a little camera when he cooks, because like he be turning like 7 spoons for like making one thing, like eggs. I'll be seeing like 2 knives in the sink, 4 forks, and 2 spoons, and I'm just like, what'd you make? He's like, eggs. I'm like, whoa. Something doesn't
Sometimes I'll come in like 2 seconds. I have like 30-minute break from work. I'll come in, I'll cook me food, and then I get to my next client. But so I don't have time to
like,
clean it up.
If that's the case, then okay, I'll compromise. I'm like, fine, I get it. But then there's days too where like he'll wash the dishes because he knows I'm tired. So it's always like a back and forth thing.
But when I'm doing it, guys, and I know I didn't clean it, and when I'm leaving, in my head already, I know I'm gonna get yelled at, right? So when I come back home and she mentions it, I don't like get upset at the fact that she's like telling me about it, because I know that that's just how she is, right? So why pick this fight over and over? It used to be fights all the time with it, but I learned how to kill the ego. So that's what you learn how to work with each other. All right. The second thing that you must learn is learn on discipline of spending your money when you're in a relationship, right? Especially if you have a bad habit of spending more than you earn and expecting someone else to make that money up for you. So what I mean is, if you're someone that basically is used to spending their money on fun activities and entertainment and things in that nature, and then you in your mind already expect your girlfriend or your mom or your dad to pay your phone bill or pay your car insurance or put gas in your car, don't even think about moving out, because you cannot get an apartment, or you should not get an apartment with that habit. If you're a couple that's used to balling out every weekend and taking 17 vacations, you're gonna have to learn how to do some type of sacrifice, and unless you're balling so much where it's not gonna affect you. But you don't want to be late on rent, or you don't want to sit here and call your parents and ask people for money for rent, right?
It shows like irresponsibility.
Yeah, so before we got here, we learned on the small things to like, we sacrificed like going out in the city, and we lived in New York City. We sacrificed like going out and having brunch. That cost us $50 when we could go to BJ's and spend $50 on groceries for like
for the whole week.
For the week.
Probably even a week and a half.
Exactly. So our goal was to get, get more in shape and get a little healthier, right? And what we did is, besides spend $50 on food that's gonna last us one meal and was gonna set us back on our, fitness, we decided to take that $50 and do something more responsible with it. Yeah. So you're gonna have to learn on how to manage the money a little better before you get your apartment. All right.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this. That's extremely important. But I feel that another important factor to do before you move in with somebody is, one, really get to know them and like their habits. That's kind of like in the beginning, like compromising, but really get to know each other, like with that stuff, like spend more time at their place and then vice versa, just so that you can pick up how they work during the day, because you're not just gonna go blindly into an apartment with somebody. Like, you guys could be dating but haven't really spent 24 hours for a whole week with each other, and you'll see different things happen. You're like, okay, wait, like that's a big commitment because you're signing a lease and you're doing all these things that if you don't like something that they're doing and you're trying to leave, like you kind of can't, like, like it's under a contract and everything. So I feel like for us it kind of worked out in our favor, because I went to his school during college, and after college he lived with me in my dad's house, and then after that, like, we already kind of knew how we worked on a day-to-day basis, that when we got here we already knew what habits to throw out and what new habits to build and keep. So I think that's really, really important, because a lot of people end up doing something together and then in the long run break up because it really was, like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like...
that's
like, I don't know, like,
point that you made. Yeah.
Imagine if I would have moved in with Nate when he was in college. Oh my God, that would have been crazy. Remember all the, like...
Because that's a very good point. So probably taking more time, right?
Yeah, like
don't rush in the process, and take time, sleep over each other's house for, first couple months to a year. And, you're gonna have to sacrifice, privacy sometimes. People can't get as much privacy, we understand that. But, that's a very, very good point.
A good one.
And then the last one that we'll probably say is that we experience is, when you do finally make that step, expect change. Things are gonna be changed a little bit. So since we moved here, things changed a little bit, right? So, and life changes all the time, guys. So last year, we made more YouTube videos like that, because our life was trying to make YouTube and trying to like have a vision and getting out of the hood and like creating like hope and stuff. We made it out the hood, but now a bunch of responsibility came with it.
Yeah, like,
right? So it's not like we're sitting here killing ourselves at like behind a desk and like working all day. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. Is that now that when you want to make more money in life, you provide more service, right? And now we're providing a lot more service outside of here. When we get together, we want to vlog what we do and stuff. But I'd rather enjoy the moment with her than make sure the camera's charged and make sure we got space on the camera and stuff.
What is? Oh, never mind. I thought I'm seeing stuff, y'all. Okay, this is a perfect example. Like, when we were living in my dad's house, we would always say, like, if we have once we get our own apartment, all the videos we're gonna drop, how much more time we're gonna have on our hands, like, we're gonna have so much more fun because it's our own space, our own this. And then when we got here, we were like, okay, what do we gotta get done? What do we need to buy? How much more hours we gotta do? Or, it was just like a lot of things that were happening, and funds were a part of it, because the train fare for me now is like $9 to $12 versus $2.75. So it was just a lot of like not separation, but like we were always doing our own thing. Then when we got here, our time was very valuable, and we were like, okay, we don't want to put it on a camera, we just kind of want to just immerse ourselves with each other, watch like a good TV show before bed. And so it was a lot of changing at first, because it was a whole new routine. We're very big on when you wake up, have a certain routine, and then kind of repeat it, but like set good routines. So when we got here, our routine had to change. Sometimes the days were a little rocky, because it can be for any little thing, like maybe, I don't know, the stove wasn't working one day, or we didn't have the right food or I don't know, like just any little thing, or maybe his day happened to be a little longer than was expected,
Changing
or my
gyms.
right, changing gyms, or my day was a little longer. The
Changing
train,
shopping.
it
Right,
was
BJ's
everything.
is in the Bronx.
Scheduling was all. It just
Yeah.
like we had to redo.
We had to
everything.
redo our life. Our life had to our life had to rewire. We had to
like
rethink
everything.
and refocus and rehab it, I guess, right? We had to create new habits.
It's true, like
it's different, guys. It's very different. So
it's different. So I feel like that's important because, like, to be completely honest, in the beginning, I felt like we were bumping heads a lot because we didn't understand the new routine. Like, I didn't understand his new routine, and he didn't understand mine. And we were trying to create new routines separately, but also together, and we were bumping heads a lot. So definitely just be there for, like, support and try to understand everybody's point of view. Because at the end of the day, you guys have each other. Like, this is y'all apartment, so
yeah.
you counting on your other half to help you out and vice versa. So yeah.
And you gotta, like we said, guys, we should have made this video before we dropped all the fun things, right? But you have to be able to learn on how to be disciplined, right? There's times where, like, if we didn't get this apartment, we was gonna go on a big time vacation.
Oh, yeah.
But since we got the apartment, then we sit here like, damn, we should go on vacation. We try to look up the vacations, and like, we're gonna, like, it was gonna be irresponsible for us to go on this vacation now.
Yeah.
So it was just all these crazy things that happened, guys. And we learned, we live and we learn. Just like we lived and learned on how to make a long distance relationship work. We're living and learning on how to live with, you know, her living with me and my roommates in college. Then me living with her dad, and her brother, and her aunt. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, living on me being away from Jersey and staying in New York. And then now her was in Delaware, getting away from New York. So it's a different, everything changes, but you have to learn how to grow with each other and change with each other. And you have to learn how to kill the ego. Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, ask below. Once a week, we're just going to go through our questions, and we're going to do like a fun Q&A. Yeah. And hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and share with your partner and be like, look, babe, see, I told you that, whatever.
Guys, things take time.
Or her.
Go back to 2016. We was on buses visiting each other. Now I wake up and I see every day. I'm like, go, you know.
Yeah, now I'm like, sometimes I'll lock him out the apartment for like a day. No, I'm just kidding.
This is all jokes, guys.
No, that's jokes.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It feels good to be back. Peace. Peace. What's up, guys? So
no, what's up, guys? I wasn't sure if I was supposed to go.
No, I wanted to go back.
Or hi. That's why I stopped, because I was gonna be like hola.
Hola. Okay. Hola. That's how you say it, right? Hola.
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 Not hola. It's Hola.
Hola.
Not hola, but you have to like hola.
Hola. You gotta act like the H is there, but not there.
Right.
Exactly. Hola.
Hola, not hola.
Hola.
Whatever.
Hola.